Let's go. Yeah. Here we go.
His nickname is Superbad.
Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass.
What kind of things do they do in an establishment called Silk? Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of him. But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
there's no reason he shouldn't have qualified. I guess he did crash on it twice.
Throwing
Yes.
that at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
This is the Talkin Moto podcast. What's going on, everyone? Thanks for listening. January 25th, 2016, the Talkin Moto podcast. Jason, Jeff, SKD here. How you guys doing?
Sniffly.
Working the land, hoping for a fertile spring.
Shoot. All right. So, Anaheim 2 done over. So, I think we actually have a fair amount of stuff we can talk about. But big thanks to everyone that's helping us out this year. Spring Creek MX Park and Jason. I know I agree. I think maybe a parking pass, maybe with sponsorship. It might happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it never hurts to ask. So we'll see about
that's
that.
right.
Motokazi, Gibson Art Design, Plainview Power Sports, Scott King Designs. And Jason, I wanted to ask you this, and I didn't think about it, but how's that Northland MX going?
Oh, it's just sailing right along. Like I haven't paid any attention to it for a long time.
I seen some new members were added. At least that's what Facebook was telling me.
Oh yeah, still adding new members all the time. I don't really know if anybody's putting anything on there, but
I posted on there today.
I saw that. I do still check it out, but yeah, it's slow this time of the year. Not a whole lot going on.
Yeah. Now I don't know the status of this, but did you get rid of the trailer? Still got it for sale?
Oh no, it's still for sale.
So, if anyone's looking for a trailer, hit up Jason. The back bike area is comfy if you need to sleep there. And in the middle,
Also known as Scott's room.
and in the middle of the night, it sounds like there's bats flying outside.
What?
I think wasn't it you had the lights? I think you had strung up, and I think the wind sounded like something was crawling up the side.
Yeah, the party lights tend to rattle on the side of the trailer a little bit when it's windy.
Now, if you sell it, do you have to take the graphics off?
Well, probably.
That's where you come in, Scott.
I don't know.
Exactly.
No, I don't like removing stickers.
It's okay. I mean, the whole idea is to sell it and buy a bigger one, which means you just get more money out of it. So.
Ooh. I like that. Let's see, where are we at? Trusty Amazon banner on the talkinmoto.com website. If you guys are using that or want to buy anything from Amazon, you should definitely go to talkinmoto.com and click on that link right now.
Can I buy a snake?
Yes. Whatever you
from
want.
the Amazon?
Yes. SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Talkin Moto Podcast. Twitter is at Talkin Moto, and Facebook Talkin Moto. I have something to complain about when it comes to Instagram.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. Now, are you? I hate all these. I don't know.
What is Instagram?
Well, there's two things I hate about
I don't know
Instagram.
anything about it.
You need to
It
get.
sounds delicious.
Well, the first thing that drives me nuts is all these people. You only get 15 seconds to post a video, so please don't do the slow-mo. I don't want 15 seconds of you slow-moing through a corner. But that's really not what I'm mad about. Is I get a lot of... It's like spam, garbage, all these sluts. Like, you have nothing to do with what I'm posting about. But
All I ever did is people tagging me and stuff so they can enter these stupid whatever so they can win stuff. Knock it off.
Stop that. So,
Unless you're going to share whatever you win with me, I do not expect my handle to be used. Caleb.
do we need to rough him up?
Nah, I don't think we need to take it that far.
Caleb's kicking everyone's ass in the fantasy league too.
Because he cheats.
Are you doing the Rocky Mountain one, Jeff?
Oh yeah.
The group he started too. I haven't
Yeah.
checked to see how I did on that
I'm
one.
tied in the lead for that group. Haven't had too good of a last couple weeks. Got like 35 points. I think. Got 33 points last week.
It's been rough. I'll have to hop on there later and see where I'm at. So I'll start off with what happened to me on Saturday, and it was the Lions did a 9-pin tap tournament for bowling, and
Tap or no tap?
tap.
Oh.
Which, so if you guys don't know, if you get 9 on the first ball, it counts as a strike. And I hate that because I really don't take advantage of the 9-pin. So
I would bowl a 300.
oh my god, the guy.
Yeah, you think that until you actually do it.
Fuck, I seem like I hit 9 all day, and then 9s and 8s. Man.
See, I've heard it called both ways. Around here, we call that no tap.
Mm.
And I have actually bowled a no tap 300. But that's the only 300 I've ever bowled.
Hey, that's still pretty awesome.
I was pretty happy with it. I was also kind of intoxicated, so.
Well, see, okay, now that you brought that up, that's what happened. Like, you know, it's kind of the family. My mother-in-law, father-in-law are there. And mother-in-law's like, hey, you want something to drink? I'm like, sure. So I had a beer and had one beer, had no intentions of having any more after that one. Well, then the guys started making fun of me because I was drinking Pepsi. So then they're buying shots. Then they're buying drinks. So things got a little out of hand. Why am I telling you this, you might ask? Well, I
As
come...
will happen in a bowling alley.
Oof. And I bowled like crap, by the way. So I come home. We had a game night party at a friend's house, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to watch all the races. I come home. I go to set the DVR, and it's like I seen they had the Supercross pre-show or whatever on. So it's like I click it, and then I must not have hit right 2 more times, like it was at 8:30 or whatever. I don't know. Something happened. It didn't really record the races. But
Damn it.
Jason, you said something that they got switched to FS1?
Well, it was supposed to be on, okay, the preview show was supposed to be on FS1. Now, college basketball ran long, so, like, I flipped over there at 8:30 or whatever, and the first thing I see is programming alerts, Supercross preview show on FS2. So I flipped to FS2, it's on there, and then after that, they went back to FS1.
Gotcha.
So I was thinking that might have caused some problems with some DVRs, but it sounds to me like your problem was your own damn fault.
Yeah. Yep. That was definitely definitely my bad there. So then yeah, because yesterday I was like, I'll sit down, watch the races. I did watch them, which was kind of weird. I guess it'd be no different than watching at a bar. Like, I was watching the races while we were playing cards, but, like, no audio, right? So, I did watch them, but I really wasn't paying as close of attention as I normally would. But, YouTube had them all up, ready to go. So,
you really don't have any excuses for missing the races these days. I mean, even just on TV alone, the races have been on 3 times a weekend.
yeah. Yep. I want to say, yeah, first or second round, it was like 8 o'clock Sunday morning, I swear they were on.
Yep, and then they're always, FS2 has them on Sunday night again, so.
But yeah,
some good coverage.
No, yeah, I can't remember who it was, if it was AMA, Supercross, or whatever on YouTube. I mean, they got it all broken down, so it was actually not too bad. So that's how I had to watch the races this weekend, was via the YouTube. But
Sweet. No way. They have a roulette wheel at the XL Energy Center.
nice. You said the Wild are playing and they're off to a rough. I don't even know how long their season goes.
They look pretty good tonight, but they've been terrible the last couple of weeks. They still can't score any goals, so I don't know why I said they look good, because they don't, but
Oh my goodness.
whatever.
All right, we're going to have to hop around on my little notes. Again, thank you guys for contributing.
Told Jeff he had to stop, or the show was going to take 4 hours.
I just think it's...
I was trying to do something today at work, but then I was like, no, I got to go home. This is bullshit. I've been here too long.
Oh, shoot.
It's always funny because I look at it when you first send it, it's like, oh, this is going to be embarrassing. We got nothing to talk about. And then, like, before I know it, it's 3 pages long.
Yeah, I don't know which way you guys like that. Do you like it when I just, like this time today, I just pretty much have a real rough outline, and then we kind of fill it in as the day goes along, or I can put my 2 cents on stuff and then send it to you, and then you guys can fill in the blanks if you want or add to it. But
whichever way makes you happy.
I like it just because I can start at the beginning of the day, and then I'll work and I'll hear and watch and listen, and stuff gets added all the time.
I like it that way too. I'm more likely to add to it. Like today, when it's just there for most of the day, I think of something, boom, add to it quick.
Yep.
And tell my boss that.
All right.
I wasn't even listening. What happened?
Oh, you jerk. All right. So what you guys think of the track?
There wasn't much there.
Yeah.
I loved it. Are you kidding me?
I liked it.
You guys didn't like it?
No, I liked it. The only thing I didn't like was, first of all the hype that the right-hand first turn got. Like, okay, we really have to talk about this. I've never thought it was that big a deal, but on the other hand, I don't ride at that level, so it probably doesn't make any difference what I think. But, man, that first rhythm section was just sketchy, and I don't really know why.
I was going to say, they talk about the right-hand turn, first turn, but it seemed like there was a lot of people having problems right out of the gate. And I don't know if it was the rhythm lane or the turn itself, but made for some excitement.
And it did.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, Well, just about every race had some sort of accident, but
Well,
mean-
beyond that, the track itself I thought was super awesome. With there was a lot of people screwing up rhythm sections. They were tough to do. I loved that one where there was like no lip and you had to frickin' seat bounce the shit out of it to downside that triple.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. I liked how a lot of guys weren't doing it because it was difficult. Yeah, I really liked that whole aspect of it. I thought it was cool. And the dirt looked really good too. It wasn't concrete anywhere. It was like soft and it almost looked a little gravelly when I first saw it in practice. I was watching some of the practice stuff, but it must have just been kind of clumped up in the balls and not. I doubt it was gravelly, but
Jeff, what are you doing?
nothing. That's Jason.
Jason,
That's me.
What are you doing?
I'm mixing a beverage.
Oh. Okay.
You mixing chocolate milk?
No, more like hot chocolate. Peppermint hot chocolate.
Sounds cool.
Now we'll put a little schnapps in it, and it'll be perfect.
Good to go. Yeah, like Jason or Jeff was saying, that one rhythm lane before they hit it'd be the second set of whoops. I mean, I really like that. And like when I was watching tonight again, it looked like, I guess I didn't see if the 450 guys were doing it, but I know Webb was doing it. They were kind of tire tapping the first one and like triple, and then some guys were triple and land on the table and then skip off, and I think there was guys jumping all the way over. It just seemed like even if you didn't triple in, you could double in and you could still, a second option that was still pretty good at the end, It wasn't like it completely screwed you up for the whole section. Makes sense? Maybe.
Yep.
I'm gonna say it didn't make sense.
I mean, it didn't make sense.
Sorry, I wasn't really
I'm
paying
not sure
attention.
what you said, so
Fuck.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say it didn't make sense.
It made sense, because you could do two different options, and at the end, if you doubled in, maybe it was a little slower, but it didn't, you're not 5 seconds back because you didn't make it. But,
Right.
Right. But yeah, and then back to the rhythm section. I mean, I don't really know why it caused so many issues. I mean, I could see obviously if the guy in front of you isn't doubling or does something or checks up and you're gonna give it, and obviously that can get a little crazy, but I don't know. People were crashing before the first turn. There were guys not making it around the first turn crashing, but
That always happens, though. I mean, it's not like guys overshooting the first turn is out of the ordinary. Happens all the time.
I think one of the things I like, and I could be wrong, but this looks like the shortest start of the year. I might have to go back and look.
It was a very weird length for the start to be.
Yeah, because usually they kind of go across or the length, but I don't.
It would have been pretty much what, 90 feet, whatever it is from first base to home, because that's what it was pretty much.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, and then it was definitely not a. Is that an acute angle? Less
There's
than
nothing
90?
cute about it. I believe it's just a right angle.
So, short start with a tight turn. I don't know. I was all right with it. So.
I think it worked out just fine.
All right. Once again, too many pages.
What happened off that start in the grade with the hiccup on the gate? Did you guys see anything there, or Did one guy go and then everyone went?
I think the only problem was, I'm going to guess that maybe, I don't know if they still used like the kick style start gate or if they got something a little more technologically advanced, but it seemed like they were sitting there for a long time. Maybe I'm the only one that thought that.
I didn't really notice that, but I noticed that I didn't see any gate move at all. I just saw guys go and hit it, and then I thought, well, we were betting on, of course, me and my wife and kids. Well, at that point, it was just me and my son, but I was pretty pumped because the guy that Thor picked was stuck in the gate, and I was going to win a buck, and then they red flagged it. So, but
I don't know. It's funny
think that it was.
The first time I saw it, I thought it looked like the gate like jumped. But then watching replay after replay after replay, I never really got that feeling again. So I don't know. It felt to me like they were sitting there on the throttle for a long time before the gate dropped. But that's about all I noticed.
See, like I saw it on obviously on TV. But like I said, I wasn't really paying much attention, so I didn't see any replays of it, and I didn't see anything when I watched the replays today. But like I seen 3 guys stuck in the gate, but like they all look like they had to back up to go. So
Well, there was more than 3 originally. There was at least 5.
okay.
But a few of them were lucky enough to back up before the gate actually dropped.
Yeah, I should have tried to find it because, like I said, all the especially like YouTube. I mean, it didn't. I'm sure it's there, but all the ones that I watched that were posted just had the red flag restart, not the first one.
I would say it was a one guy go, all guys go scenario, except for the fact that it was both sides of the doghouse. So I don't really know. There had to have been something with the gate, I would think.
Yeah.
But
That's what I was thinking too. If guys on both sides, unless the guys on the one side hitting it caused it to jump, but that's
definitely possible.
you just don't normally see that many pro guys hit the gate. But I suppose
no, it was like a C-class start.
What are you saying?
Saying C riders are dumb.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hey, we were all there once. And I'm not saying I still shouldn't be.
No, it happens. Let's see. Getting all out of sorts now. Let's go down the list. We'll go down the list. It's random, but here we go. Are you ready? Hold on to something. I did a little digging today via the interwebs.
Find anything?
Yeah, Anaheim. Okay, here's the one thing I get a little tired of hearing is like, is that Reed has won Anaheim 8 times. But it's like they used to go to Anaheim 3 times a year. You know what I mean?
We've had that discussion before. A guy could win Anaheim 8 times in 3 years.
Yeah. So it's like, it's, I don't know. It's not like, otherwise, anywhere else, that's 8 years,
Yeah.
But anyway, so Craig gets his first heat win. Dakota Tedder. You probably saw this on the broadcast. He makes his first 450 main. Believe the Hype. Jeff Alessi. First 450 main of the year.
What did he do? Did he just ride around out there like he always used to?
Pretty much.
Whoa.
Where did he finish? Come on,
statistician. He's a good Christian dude.
20th. I believe. I could be wrong.
DNF, didn't they? Canard DNF. Well.
Yup.
Probably gonna say his
Can't even get
last.
the damn results on this freaking website.
What website?
Oh, racetrack.
Oh, you gotta go to.
It's a worthless website.
Yeah, I go to amasupercross.com. That's where I go. There's a Steven Maggs, I'm going to say his last name is. No one probably knows who he is. 733. Made his first
It's
250
French,
main.
and it's like Magus or something.
Magis.
I'm sure somebody knows who he is.
Yeah. So we're
I
giving
have a hard
him.
time believing he got to the race without somebody knowing he was there and what he was doing there.
You're right. Now.
Oh, it says he's from Ohio. Never mind.
Oh, never mind. He was there. Nobody has a clue who that guy is.
That was in the 250s. Are you talking 250s now, or what are you talking about?
No, it's all over. I told you 250s, but
You random ass.
that's right. Now, not that it's a.
Where did he run to?
Whoa.
Oh,
Come on.
never mind.
Kick from our RM fan.
Obviously, we know what happened. Maybe it's more of a shock that we're 3 rounds into the season, and it's Weston Pike's first 450 main of the year. But obviously, he's back from the freeze beatdown.
It's not a real shock considering the circumstances. I mean, how else would he have gotten there?
Right, but I mean, if you want to.
I wouldn't call that a headline.
No, but like just
I wouldn't
to
even
see
call
that.
that a footnote.
I don't know. Just looking at the stats, you'd think by now, if you didn't know what happened, it would be kind of a little shocker.
If you've been on Pluto for the last 3 weeks, you might be shocked by this.
Oh, man.
How many more times do you think I'll pick Ken Roxon to win before either I wise up and start picking Dungey or he wins?
I don't know, but I bet when you pick Dungey, Roxon will win.
Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not superstitious.
Let's see. Continuing with the randomness. Austin Faulkner raced the Arena Cross.
Good God, you are going all over the board.
Yeah.
How do you even know that? Like, you have to go track him down or follow him on InstaTwit or whatever?
No, that was on
He
Racetracks.
asked. He asked him.
He follows me on Twitter. But I don't
think I even saw. Yeah, I don't. I see all these people. I don't know. Was it who was that company? Cycle Trader Rock River posted a bunch of results, but they're doing Arena Cross too. So that's my only Arena Cross experience. Was Facebook posts from those clowns.
Arena Cross.
Arena Cross.
I didn't watch any Arena Cross this weekend.
I think they need to have whoops like they did this last weekend in Supercross.
Sometimes they do.
Oh man, they looked pretty brutal, and it was like had some pretty good. Well, the whoops were big, but then like toward the end, it looked like they were pretty rutted, and yeah, they were good.
Call Jake Weimer right now and let's talk to him about his new deal with RCH Racing.
I know.
What?
Suzuki. He'll be out of Suzuki for the rest of the season.
Good for him.
Well, would they? I suppose Tickle's out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So bring in Weimer.
Yeah, the little bit that I saw is, Tickle's out for 4 to 6 weeks, but then when he comes back, they're gonna still have Weimer, so they'll have 3 guys.
That's awesome.
It is cool, but my thoughts, and let me know what you think, is so you're with Team A. We'll say Team A is Tedder. Team Tedder. So it's like you're good enough, you're right.
Pretend that your name is also Wake Jimer?
No.
Okay.
But like, just like you're riding for this team and something else comes up, and then it's just, I don't know, maybe it's not quite like this, but then it's just like, okay, well, I'm done with you because this team's gonna, it's a better team or whatever, I don't know.
I'm gonna guess that there wasn't
Tedder's
much of
probably
a contract there for Team Tedder.
Yeah, they're
Right.
probably like, sweet, now we don't gotta pay for your damn expenses. Your bike that you're wrecking all the time.
He's actually been doing pretty good.
He has. He's been surprisingly better. I'll watch his results just tank.
I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
That's racing, Scott.
Okay.
It's just how it goes, man.
Just go with it.
You're telling me that if you're riding for Team Tedder and RCH offers you a deal, you're not going to say, guess what? See ya.
No. But I don't know how all that works, because then are you burning a bridge with Tedder? Or is it not?
Well, how big a bridge is he burning?
I don't know.
He's burning the log that goes across a creek that he could possibly step over. Whereas if he turns down RCH, he's burning down the Golden Gate Bridge. See what I'm saying there?
Smelling what you're stepping in. So, yeah, that's cool. Good for him.
I think that's awesome.
I'm with Scott.
Couldn't be happier for Brock Tickle. I mean,
You asshole. He's hurt, for crying out loud. Oh, man.
why does it suck? Explain to me why it sucks.
No, it doesn't suck.
You're asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you. You're the one that said that it sucks.
No, so I said I'm with Scott. I think it sucks.
Yeah, why does it suck?
Well, I don't know. Scott said it, not me. Ask him.
Whoa.
I'm just a
trying
follower
to-
here.
You're just trying to pick fights with me, that's all.
I'm just kissing the boss's ass.
Ah. We'll have none of that.
All right. Oh, now you're going to make me jump all the way down here.
Nobody's making you do anything.
All right, fine. I'm going to go back to the top.
You're the boss.
All right, so I would assume, and I didn't have time to look as far as Fortner goes in his arena cross little deal. Because don't you have to qualify for 3 events in order to get your pro license?
Sure.
I'm not quite 100% sure. But, so, yeah. So he did all right. What did he do? He went 5-4 for 5th. So, and apparently there was a small snowstorm on the East Coast, and Saturday got canceled.
Yeah, really.
Can't handle a few inches of snow. But,
Or 32 inches of snow.
let's see. The only, I seen Henry Miller was out there. He got 10th, so that was pretty cool. Gotta like that.
He's done better.
So, and then this is what I didn't understand with Fortner, is he was second fastest in qualifying. He wins his heat race, but then he doesn't start the main event for the Lights East. So.
Faulkner?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Weird. Maybe he had bike problems.
Something.
Maybe he wanted to get out before the snow got too deep.
Could be.
Or maybe everybody else's bike is getting stolen. Maybe his got stolen.
Shoot. Which is next up on the list. How does
See what I did there? Segway.
Nice, Jason. Nice.
I don't even have that thing in front of me.
You got it down. So, how does... I don't understand, one, how a bike just gets... Oh, I understand that if you're at the races and you see a guy pushing a bike that you won't even think twice about, thinking someone was going to steal it, but...
Well, unless it was my bike, then I'd probably notice.
Right. But...
Either way, that takes some balls, man.
Yeah. So... But...
I think it's all insurance fraud.
He doesn't want his KTM anymore, and that's why he's trying to get rid of it.
No, it's at home in a box.
So
He had his buddy steal it.
I don't know.
Like somebody else I know.
I don't know what you're talking about, guys. Move on to the next topic. What's next on your damn list, Scott?
Some shady stuff on Talkin Moto tonight, huh?
Nope. Not at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think that they insure race bikes. Just FYI.
But so yeah, I'm gonna butcher his last name, but we all know I can't talk. So it's 450.
They're not insured at the track. I know that.
Dang it. But it was 450 rider 918. It's Michael. Oh, Caden. So yeah, someone decided to take his KTM for a little stroll, but I believe the powers of social media maybe, and I seen some surveillance and a license plate.
Or that person just realized I just stole a KTM. What the hell do I want with this thing?
This was a bad idea. But yeah, so he got his bike back, so that's pretty cool.
Good for him.
Yeah. I believe that's your brother in the chat, Jeff. Says you just got to qualify for 3 mains to get your 250 Supercross Pro license.
That sounds like something he'd say.
How come you haven't done that yet, Matt?
Yeah.
We just talked tonight. He hasn't ridden since September, so I'm pretty sure he's retired.
Whoa, that's all it takes to be retired?
I think so.
That means I'm damn near retired.
You're fine.
That's okay. I'm all right with that. I could retire.
All right. Did you guys hear any more, read anything about this Hansen pulling out of the arena cross stuff?
I know nothing about it.
Like, I wish I knew more, and I'm sure someone knows more, but about the only thing that I read is something about the promoter hasn't paid him. Whether or not that's true or not, but I don't know.
Hasn't paid him for what? Hasn't paid him like winnings or what?
Well, see, that's just it. Like, is it like I have no idea. Is he getting appearance money? I have no idea.
Because my promoter hasn't paid me either.
Like, because he's a dickhead. You're talking about me, right? I didn't call someone else a dickhead.
Well, you really read into that one. Yep.
The promoter was nice. Like, he didn't talk shit or anything. So, yeah, I bet it sounds like it's Hanson being Hanson.
He just didn't pay him. He was nice about the fact that he didn't pay him. He just didn't pay him.
No, he released a thing and talked about how, like, I don't know, he didn't have anything bad to say. Like, it was a really nice, not what you'd expect from a guy that just got someone to walk out on him. If he supposedly didn't pay him, I did or didn't.
Boy.
Who's more reputable at this point?
Well, there's that. I don't even know who their promoter is, and I'm guessing they're more reputable.
Exactly. I mean, we all know promoters are the most honest people there are.
Yep. Unless it's raining and they want you to come to their track.
Track is mint condition, near perfect.
Near perfect. We're going to have 90% perfect conditions today.
That's still pretty good. Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't see any more on the Hanson Arena Cross. I don't think he's really been tearing it up over there either, so. But is what it is.
Well, good for him.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So, back to the more randomness. 3 rounds in, people are getting a little banged up. So Wilson, sounds like he carnaged his knee. Thoughts and prayers to thoughts and prayers to Mushmouth.
Damn it.
But
I hope my knee.
Kennard, I didn't hear any more other than I seen his hand on Instagram got pretty cut up. So
it wasn't near as bad as I thought it would be.
But you liked it soaking through the white gloves?
I question why he put on white gloves. He wasn't wearing white gloves before that happened.
Well,
here, let's just show off what a badass this guy is. Yeah.
I'm pretty
sure. He might have just had that plan for the
yeah. Yep, so that's...
It wasn't even blood. He just put ketchup packets underneath the gloves. And he got up on there on the line and went, like
a badass.
He also had his face shaved with a old-fashioned razor. Pulled the same stunt, so might have been blood left over from that.
It's true.
So, Wilson, Kennard, Stewart, yeah. I was trying to think today what maybe bugs me a little bit about the whole Stewart thing is just I get it, it's your head, you don't know, but it's just the day-to-day stuff. It's like, I would rather he get knocked out, whatever, round 1, and be like, you know what, I need 2 weeks off, and then just chill for 2 weeks and not kind of this, I might race, I might not, drama back and forth, and then ride practice. Nope, I'm out. Okay. And then it's another week and in or out, and then the hours before the race or Saturday, yep, I'm out again. Like,
I just don't understand how he is still on that team.
Are you ready for backlash from his brother? Keyboard Warriors.
I really don't care what his brother has to say.
You can't hate us.
I don't hate us. I hate them. I don't hate anybody. I'm just freaking tired of them.
Well, that's
kind of... the fact that we have to talk about them week after week, and it's the same old story.
Yep.
You breezed over Christian Craig's first heat win like it was no big deal, but here we are, wasting time on James Stewart again.
It's the first of many heat race wins, in my opinion.
Well, it's fine, but...
he just needs to get, not in heats with Cooper, and he'll probably win a lot of them. I think he's pretty close to second best.
I feel like if his corner speed was just a little bit faster, I don't know, for some reason, there were times where it was just like, dude, go!
I think a lot of it had to do with that corner that had the camera in it, that when they were entering the whoops, they were all really tentative to that corner, so they looked super slow.
I think that was part of it, and I think it also had to do with, especially the heat race being the first race out for the night. The track was probably a little bit slick, so he probably was kind of tiptoeing in spots, but there's just a couple times it's like, dude, you're leading, go.
See, like, that's what I liked about Craig, especially in the main event, is I could be wrong. This is what I noticed, and I get it. Martin's his teammate, but it just seemed like when Webb was coming up on Martin, it looked like he knew he was coming, so he kind of just pulled up out of the way and let him go by. And I think Osborne kind of did the same thing. Like, he could have ran it in on him, but he didn't. But then when Webb caught up to Craig, then he was pushing him up a little bit higher. And I didn't think anything that they were doing was really dirty. Just obviously slowed him up a little bit, and then Osborne caught up. But does that make sense?
What are you talking about?
Craig not.
Are we still talking about heat race, or are we talking about main?
I guess I'm leaning more towards the main.
That was like right up there as far as epic multi-lap battles in the 250 main. I was just waiting for both of them to take each other out. But I thought it was pretty sweet how they kept it clean. Christian was riding a very wide bike there for a while, and I was actually really impressed that Cooper stayed as patient as he did.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna sound like a dick.
Because you are a dick.
I didn't really think that. I thought Webb had it. Like, I didn't see anything that would make me think that. Craig could hold him off. Like, if it were, 2 laps to go, maybe. But then I think maybe the racing would have been maybe a little dirtier, maybe. But like, you're halfway through the main event and you're, kind of Mickey Mousing a little bit. So.
No, I definitely agree with that. I didn't.
Caught from that far back, you got to figure he's coming past.
Mm-hmm. I never felt like he was probably going to hang on either, but the dude put up a fight. I mean, he didn't just here's the spot.
Right, and that's what I was saying.
How many times did they trade spots before Cooper finally got away from him? It was at least 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Nope. But I thought
you guys want to hear something funny?
Let's hear it.
Austin Stroop got 4th place in the Victory Sports FMF Indoor MX Championship in Shelbyville, Tennessee. I believe he might be better than that, but maybe not.
I was going to say, that sounds terrible.
He got 3rd in the 450. That was the 250 class. Yeah, can you believe that? The guy goes from factory pro circuit Kawasaki like 6 years ago to...
Yeah, he picked up some other side hobbies, though.
Yeah.
Was it even 6 years ago?
I don't know.
I don't think it's been that long.
I don't think it was that long.
He's been out for a couple, and he had a Yamaha deal a couple ago, so... I don't know.
I don't remember where I saw it. It must have been Arena Cross a couple weeks ago. I must have heard his name and thought, that guy's still around? I mean, obviously, he's technically not still around if he's back to doing that shit, but...
Oh, he did. He won some. I thought he won an Arena Cross. I think it was just a heat, but... The Baltimore round, I thought. Don't have that in front of me. Don't want to give you some misleading information, though.
Okay.
All right, so that's what else you guys got for 250s. Webb's still unbeaten. I pretty much gonna pick him to win every one the rest of the year. So, yeah.
Be foolish not to until he doesn't.
I think, yeah. I mean, obviously anyone can be beaten, but I think it's gonna take. I think it's gonna take something happening to Webb. And, like, I suppose you could throw Osborne in there. But I mean, if Craig keeps riding this way, I think I'd go Craig, Osborne, and Savachi in order as to who could beat him. But I think something has to happen, and then those guys get out front and take off. But if they start in front of, even if he starts fourth and he's right behind those guys, done.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let's see. I made a 250 bummers category. And I think I said this last week. I'm going to say it again this week, but Oldenburg is on that list. But does good in practice, but then something happens. So
He finished ninth. That's not that bad.
no, but he
The
was
last couple weekends.
he was running, I think, 5th or 6th, so I don't know what
I
happened.
would say he's like a 4th, 5th place guy for sure. His speed is fantastic.
Right.
He needs better luck in the races. It's like he's got some
He
bad
gets
luck.
some starts.
At some point, you gotta overcome bad luck and figure it out. So. But I mean, obviously, you can't deny his speed. The guy's freaking fast in practice.
Yep.
Not even. What is he like? He was like not even a second. I think maybe only 0.6 or something off Cooper. That's pretty damn amazing.
Right.
Considering how far he's come. A couple years ago, what was he barely making mains? Not even 2 years ago. Probably a year ago, he was barely making mains.
Yeah.
Now he's solid as a rock out there. You know he's going to make it into the main. It's just a matter of
Right.
getting through it without skipping over.
Needs to put it together with no crashing. Then the other one I got is Aldridge. Kind of bummed. But kind of like to see him do a little better. I think his highest finish so far this year has been 10th. But
He's another one. He's had some decent heat races and qualified decent, but like you say, just can't put it together for a main.
You guys got anything else for 250s?
I'm hungry. How's that count?
Does anybody else think he looks way different than like what I thought he would look like?
Who?
Chris Aldridge.
I saw his picture on his little bio thing on the RacerX thing, but I didn't blow it up. I pictured him being like a little guy, like just a little kid kind of. He looks like he's probably going to whoop my ass.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I haven't, I guess, seen a picture of him, but like seeing that whole shot thing he did, and just seeing him on TV now and then, it's like he looks a little different than I thought he would.
The only person to me that I think I feel the same way that you're talking about, Jason, is Dean Wilson. Like, I see some of his Instagram posts, and I'm like, who is this guy? And then, I'm like, oh, I don't know that I could pick him out of a crowd. Whereas I think I could.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah. Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, Chris Aldridge's eyebrows are like attached to his eyelashes. He has almost no gap between his eyeball and his eyebrow.
You're pretty intense.
There's nothing there. I hate to be like.
Yeah, way to be a dick to a former guest of the show.
I mean, I'm
It's
sure
one of the best guests we've ever had.
Next week or something. But
He might call back if he
might call in.
if he unblocks me.
Oh my God!
He probably should.
No.
You.
Oh, that would be the dick move of the year.
I might have called and hung up twice. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you send him a sock for Christmas?
Oh boy, that was awkward.
I think Trey Kennard's hand wouldn't look nearly as bad if he washed it. Let's see the cut.
Yeah.
Hard
I
to tell
thought. I
what's
mean,
going on in there.
It's a little
I'm
puffy,
sure
but
the cuts were the least of his problems. It's probably the fact that the whole fucking hand's bruised.
yeah.
That dog was just having a serious snoring fit. Don't flick me off. Get out of here. I just got flipped off.
It's okay.
You
All
can
right,
be used to that.
you guys.
Remember we talked about that loving relationship? Yeah,
It's fine.
Symbol of our loving freaking relationship.
the symbol of our relationship is a bird, not a dove or anything, like a FU bird.
You guys got anything else for 250s?
No.
Negative. Sound like you're mad now. Don't be mad.
Always mad.
Well,
Let's see here. Well, obviously 450s Dungey with a second and 2 first is, stretching it out a little bit. 13 points up on everybody else.
give him the title.
Ding, 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 ding,
Over.
ding.
Whoa.
Here comes Wheaties box number 2.
Speaking of that, I gotta go get a Wheaties box.
Are you guys shocked that Reed is second in points?
No.
A little.
Like, I don't want to be negative, but
But you're gonna be?
yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And
Checking.
it's not that, well, I'll just say it, like, so Dungey obviously been starting good, so he's finishing good. Same thing with Reed. The last 2 weeks he's been top 4 every time. So it's like you start up front, you finish up front. So I think if Dungey can get, well, I don't want him to, but like if he does get a bad start, say he starts 9th or 10th, is he going to be able to work his way up to the front? Like if
That's a no-brainer. He won't work his way up to the lead, but he'll work his way up to the top 3.
right. So I think if that starts to happen, then I'm like, then it's looking pretty good. Like some of these other guys, I think just, I don't know, you get a good start, and if you're all running close to that same pace and you don't crash, then you're going to finish up front, But that's what I see.
How long have you been watching Supercross, motocross in general, Scott?
Not that long.
Okay, because you sound like you're new to it. You start up front, you have a much better chance of finishing up front.
Well, I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say, though, right?
I do, but I feel like it's fairly obvious.
I know. Well, maybe we have listeners that don't think it's that obvious.
Reinventing the wheel here.
I guess I did have. I got start up front, finish up front, unless you're Freeze or Millsaps. Then you drop back.
I wanted to see a fight break out in the KTM juniors this week.
I don't know what happened.
Well, there's a Freezy kid in it.
Just start thumping.
That would have been hilarious. Some little dude takes him out, or he takes some little dude out, and the dude just starts pounding on him.
Well, they see it on TV. That's what they're going to do.
That's right.
Let's see what else. I got Roxon's 6th in points, so he's almost a race back already, which I guess I'm kind of leading up to the series. I wouldn't have guessed that, so, but kind of got a little bit of a gift from Kennard. Oh my gosh, from Tomac. So
It's all the team's fault. Just ask his dad.
Front, is it
Whose dad's mad at what?
What?
Whose dad's pissed at the team?
Tomac's?
Roxon's dead.
Oh, Roxon's
Oh.
dad? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tomac. It looked like he just washed the front end out.
Yeah,
He needs to
pretty
get
much.
his shit together. Roxon does.
Yep.
When he said something about he was catching up to Reed there at the end.
Tomac
Prediction
was.
time. Prediction time.
What do we got?
Next year, Jake Weimer will replace Ken Roxon.
Where, at the team?
Yes,
Like for the year?
RCH for the year.
Where do you think Roxon's going to go?
Back to wherever the hell it is he came from.
Germany.
Oh, yes. Back to Germany.
Ouch.
Well, Dean Wilson's probably going to be out of factory KTM, so he could go back there.
I was just going to say, he'll probably go back to a KTM.
He'll be on a Honda. He'll join Trey Kennard at Honda.
And race, 3-4 races a season?
Who are you talking about, Roxon?
No, I'm talking about Kennard.
Oh.
That's what everybody
Kennard
does
was-
when they go to Honda.
Oh.
Go to Honda,
Yeah,
you
just race part-time.
like race 4 or 5 races a year, and that's it. In the 450 class.
See, that's why I'm saying the 450s should be separated into segments. You have segments of the season, and they all add up to the total, but you can get a fresh start after a shitty first segment. I'm onto something here, you guys. I'm going to pitch this idea to Feld.
I don't think it's gonna matter. I think at the end, I hate to say it because that's what they say. The cream rises to the top. Maybe.
Or
When does that happen? Like, what cooking process does cream rise to the top? Is that like in making milk or cream or
when they
ice
make
cream?
cream, that's what cream does. Cream rises to the top, and they skim it off the top.
So does oil. Just saying.
It's part of the cream.
You know,
Oil floats.
I think
so does hope, I guess.
I don't know.
I love when you just go "Arr," and you get all mad.
I'm not mad. No, I'm just thinking about. I'm just thinking of your
Frustrated.
shitballs. I just don't know how it's gonna work, and I don't think if you change it, so instead of Dungey, let's say Dungey wins the title this year by 25 points. So if you split it up, say 3 segments, so now instead of Dungey winning by 25, he has a crappy middle section, let's say, and he wins the third one. Now he wins the title by 5 points versus 25 points.
Yeah. A lot more exciting. Because if he's up by 25 points, he wins at the second to the last round instead of the last round.
You want to make it more exciting? It's simple. Get rid of the separation. If first place is worth 25 points, second place is worth 24 points.
That too.
Ta-da!
But then you don't reward the guy for winning, though. That's the thing. That when a guy's down in points, you can't make up extra
you're
points
trying to
by
take
winning.
away from a guy that he has 3 or 4 races in a row that he wins. You want to throw that out the window and start another segment over again.
Well, I'm not going to say it's not worth something. It's got to be worth something. But let's say you have it in 3 segments. Each segment's worth 25 points, 22, whatever. Whoever wins that. So you got you'd win the season with 75 if you won all 3 segments. Otherwise, if you got second
but if
one,
you win the first 3 segments, then the last 4 races, whatever, mean nothing.
I do want to see heat races worth something though. So screw you guys.
They are worth something.
I'd like to see them worth more. I know it was. I think we were talking about this. My wife and I. We were talking about. Oh, Thor was talking about it because we're watching the race, and he's like, "Can't he just crash him?" Because of course he relates it to reflex or whatever. So he thinks that the point is to crash the guy. I'm like, no, they're both in a transfer spot, so they're not going to do anything. They're just going to ride around and follow each other. I'm like, well, that's what happened. See, because they played it smart, and smart is boring. I'm just saying.
Smart.
If there was something on the line for a heat race, it'd be kind of fun to watch the guys really push to get them extra. Let's say a win was 3 points or something, you know?
Which I don't even think that would that wouldn't help your cause anyway.
Well, yeah, it would, because you're not always in the same heat as the guy that's in the title. So if he doesn't win his and you do, you automatically get 3 points. Or if he's in your heat and you beat him, 3 points.
But then the last 2 weeks, Dungey would have got whatever points you would get for a heat win.
Yeah.
He would have got that, and he would have got so.
Well, I'm not saying the best guy won't still win, but there's just more opportunities to get out of a big deficit. You look back to a couple of years ago when, say, 09, when Stewart DNF'd the first round. He, it took him a while. It took him 7, 8 rounds or whatever to get back in it, but he was able to. I think it would have been quicker to get back into it. I don't know. Just saying, man.
You're looking for something new. I like.
Just spitballing, yeah. I just like new shit, and I'd like it to get a little more in depth. So there's more going on. So I care about the heat races. So I care about. Sometimes the heat races are fun because they're guys battle, but sometimes they just go out there and ride around in a safe third position, not pushing for more.
Gotcha. I gotcha. They do that in snowcross. Coming from the chat.
There you go.
Because I thought they did something with the fast. If you're the fast qualifier, you don't get first gate pick. I could be wrong though. Maybe they'll hear that and tell us how it works in snowcross.
They don't get first gate pick. They get like fifth gate pick, or like fifth qualifier gets first gate pick or something like that.
Gets kind of half inverted or whatever.
Yeah, which is stupid because it just makes everybody want to get fifth.
Well, and on the snowcross side of things, I think you could have Hibbert start backwards, and he's still gonna pass everybody else.
Actually, not true.
Is it changing?
Because the first weekend he went out and won a heat race and did terrible because he ended up starting like outside, like retardedly terrible gate pick, and he ended up only finishing like 4th or 5th or something like that. So then the next weekend he was trying to qualify whatever spot he needed to get first gate pick.
Yeah, that would be the only thing that would, I guess, irritate me is guys are then now trying to slow up or to get the spot. That's not cool. Right? Maybe.
Makes total sense to me.
Let's see here. Anything else for the old 450 class? Bummers for me, I had Tomac crashing. I think if Tomac doesn't crash, he gets second.
I don't know, man.
Dang.
I think we would have had a good battle.
22 is a tough customer.
He's tough to pass. He's very good at keeping a guy behind him.
Yeah. He's dealt with a lot bigger threats than Eli Tomac in his life. That's for sure.
So they said
I read an interview and said he said he made like 3 mistakes in 2 consecutive laps and just gave up his entire. He only had 4 seconds or something, but he gave it all up in 2 laps. So he must have. I don't think Tomac was coming as much as Reed was effing up.
Screwing up.
The chat
beating
is
himself.
the chat is saying in snowcross you get the first overall qualifier, you get 10th gate pick, but you get one extra point for being the first qualifier. 10th place qualifier gets first gate pick in the final.
There you go.
So,
You know, I don't think that I'm not a fan of rewarding or I guess punishing a guy for finishing well in a heat race. If that's what he's calling the qualifying. So I'm not really sure I believe in that whole deal, but
meh.
It just, no matter what, it makes everybody compete for that spot. That'll give them the best chance for the main event.
so how does that work? You compete with, like, you let guys by you? And then I
Yeah.
don't get, I kind of want to watch how that goes down. Like, oh, I'm kicking everyone's ass. I'm in first. I'm gonna slow down and I'm gonna let all these guys. I'm gonna let them all go past me, and then they're like, "No, I don't want to pass you. You pass." No, I don't.
Well,
I just do
Scott,
that
you
big
were
great
around
play.
at Elko back in the days for Saturday night races. We were racing stock cars, and everybody tried to finish third because that was most likely going to be your closest number rolled for the inversion. So if you finished third, you were most likely going to end up front
Yeah.
to start the feature that night.
Yeah, it's gonna create some sort of game that they'll play. I think there's no getting around it. Because wasn't it for a while? I forget. I'm just spitballing. But used to be. I don't know if it was whatever. The fastest time was in Heat 1. So then guys were trying to get it where they would get in Heat 2. Could be blowing smoke out of my ass right now, but I thought I remember hearing something about that. But
Isn't it still like that or not?
I don't know.
I thought it went every other. So fastest was Heat 1, second fastest was Heat 2, third fastest was Heat 1.
So then you'd obviously want to be in Heat. Well, if you're a little slower, I don't know. I don't think I could do that though. I would, if I was riding, I would just try to go as fast as I could all the time.
Strategery.
But
I wouldn't be fast enough to worry about it.
let's see. All right, I think we started talking about it, and that was the replacement rider. So Weimer's filling in for Tickle. I think he's just doing doing Supercross. So when Tickle gets back, it'll be Roxon, Tickle, and Weimer for the rest of the season. So pretty much all I've heard is probably what you guys have all read. 4 to 6 weeks for Tickle. But what was I on? I was on Vital, and the guy was like, why, oh boy, why does when a rider get hurt, everyone thinks there has to be a replacement? But I don't know. I think it's kind of a good idea.
I was going to say, that's like the dumbest question ever.
It did come from
Well,
Vital.
it's obvious because the budget's already there and everything was put in place to do all the rounds. Then do them.
Why wouldn't the team want a rider and their bike out on the track?
Right.
What are they going to do? Give back all the money to their sponsors?
But I guess on the flip side, I could see, like, whatever, Weimer, whoever, they're already getting paid. I'm sure they've already gotten paid or are getting paid. So they got a 2-rider team. The money's already out or going out. You don't have the money to bring on a 3rd rider,
I feel like there has to be some kind of an incentive deal worked into those contracts. Whereas, like,
guys.
Yeah, if you're not racing, you're not getting paid, full share or whatever. there's no way they can afford to do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure when they're not racing, they're getting a portion of their income, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I would sure hope, because I mean, there's, don't want to say his name, get people mad, but someone we've mentioned on the podcast, they haven't been doing a lot of racing lately. And I'm sure
or any racing at all.
I mean, pretty much if you go in a straight line, they're kicking ass.
It's a good thing they're staying in California because they're putting a lot of miles on that semi for nothing so far.
The turns that'll get you, Scott.
Shoot. But what is it? Villeman's guys, that whatever, Bud Racing, Monster Energy, Cowie, like, I don't think they have anybody right now. So there's a team sitting there. But, and now,
Well, obviously it depends on the team's budget and what they're able to do. I mean, a smaller team, yeah, it's not realistic to say, hey, we're going to bring in a rider, but we can't afford to pay you anything, but you can come ride for us.
right. I don't know. I don't get paid big bucks to figure all that out. Those guys got it figured out.
I'll make stickers.
Yeah.
And t-shirts.
Hey! Don't judge me.
Not judging.
I'm
What
just
are
a
you talking
sticker
about?
guy.
I'm just a vinyl guy.
Oh, now you're a vinyl guy.
Yeah.
Sounds high tech, way more high tech than sticker.
He's a lot of different things.
Can you make
Just
scratch
a
and
web
sniff
guy.
vinyl?
No.
Be
Cannot.
sweet if you
Lame.
could. Do you have a scented bowling ball, Scott?
No.
You should. They're neat.
Scented bowling ball?
I have 2 scented bowling balls.
I didn't even know that was such a thing.
Yeah.
They smell like cheap beer and fat women.
No. One smells like
They've just picked
lemons.
that smell up from the Farmington Lanes over the years.
No, one smells like lemons, and the other one smells like potpourri.
I was unaware of that.
I'm not sure how they do it or how they keep their smell, but they certainly do.
I got bad news for you guys. I gotta go eat and get back to work.
Go eat and get back to work, flower child.
Yep. Yeah,
Blue on you.
that's fine. That's cool. I only got a few things left, and that's it. We'll get the hell out of here. But, are you leaving then?
Oh, I better go, because otherwise I'm gonna be up till midnight. And that's no fun.
No, that's fine. All right, man. Well, thanks for stopping
Sorry,
by.
I was gonna bail on you, but
No, it's all
I
right.
just figured I'd come give you an hour and a half at least anyway. So.
I wanted to be done.
Peace out.
Yep.
We'll
Later.
talk to you guys.
Let's see.
Thank God. I thought he'd never leave.
Shoot.
Picking fights with me and arguing with me and agreeing with you all night. What the hell is that all about?
I don't know. It's not good.
It's not good. I don't like being the loner. It's rough, man.
That's all right. Okay, so let's see. So Baggett should be back this weekend. Stewart potentially could be back this weekend.
Should we put some money on that?
I was actually gonna have it be a fantasy pick for this week.
just whether or not he gets raced.
Yep.
I think that's a good one.
Is Stewart gonna race? Yes or no? 25 points.
And define race. Does he qualify, show up on the line for a heat race? Does that count, or does he actually have to finish the main?
I would probably go with he has to start the main event. Or do you think we should have
I don't think
finish?
I'd make it that easy. I'd say he has to finish the main event.
Maybe we'll do a bonus. 5
I will
point.
bet you $20 right now that he doesn't.
I can't take that bet.
Why not?
'Cause I don't know.
It's a podcast bet. You don't actually have to do it.
I'll take that bet.
That's better.
So, yeah, we'll see how all that goes this weekend. Let's see what else I got. Bart. I didn't see what happened to Nicoletti. If he yards, he must have crashed. Not surprised. But, so he's filling in for Barsha. Blah, blah, blah. That's it.
Factory Filthy Phil.
Well,
He didn't finish this weekend, did he? Or did he?
mm-mm.
He just didn't do well.
I don't think he finished.
I don't think he did either.
Does it say? No, it doesn't say laps. Started 8th, though. But, oh yeah, he was running up. I could be confusing a heat race. Or a semi.
He looked good in the heat race, I think. I can't remember. I just remember seeing him way down on the bottom in the main event.
Yep.
I'm thinking, what the hell?
Yep. So hopefully he gets all that figured out. Okay, so one of the last things I got is dealing with the TMP Fantasy Supercross.
Oh, boy.
So, what I've done is I've closed it off. Jason, if you want to get in, I'll sneak you in, but you don't have to.
I just can't, man. I can't.
No,
I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. It's not a big deal. So I've closed so no more teams can sign up. Actually, I think I closed this last week, and then, and I'm totally fine with like the amount of people that we have. I have, I don't know, 35 teams maybe. So when you're doing everything manually, it's a little bit. So no more teams can sign up. We're doing the money league, so the top 3 positions in that money league obviously you're gonna win some money. Had a few people ask me because I said the sign up was closed, and I meant sign up as far as new teams go. You can't sign up. So, but everyone else is all still in for prizes. We got Millville tickets. Derek's going to hook us up with some of the drawing stuff. Got to talk with Matt at Plainview. I'm sure he's going to do something. Motokazi's helping us out, and probably some TMP stuff too. So, but we did have an issue with submitting your picks. You just need to make sure that when you submit them, that you see the little thing at the bottom. It'll say, like, thank you for submitting your picks. And what I'm going to do, I think, is once I get the email, I'm going to probably just submit one back to you saying, yep, I got your pick. So that way you guys know that your picks have gone through. So other than that, I think that's it. If you want to maybe take a screenshot of your picks so you, as a reminder, or if something were to happen, we got something else to fall back on. Because usually what will happen, you hit the submit button, I get an email with your picks, so, obviously when the races start going to the East Coast and the time changes, everything will change. But like right now, if it's 9 o'clock and you don't have your picks in, it's too late. So I think that all makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
And I'm going to start kicking people out of the league, so that's super cool too.
Kicking people out?
Yeah. Yep.
People being disrespectful?
No, they just signed up and then they don't play. So
See, and that's what I don't want to do. Which is why I didn't bother signing up.
That's okay. But, I mean, I suppose they could start playing and then, you could catch back up, but it's just like, you missed, if you signed up and were 3 rounds in, this will be the 4th round and you haven't submitted any of your picks, then, we're just gonna, not even gonna worry about you anymore.
I don't think anybody can complain about that.
No. Nope. So, I think that's it. I went ice fishing yesterday, if we want to talk about that. Non-moto stuff.
How was that?
Dude, I had a good time.
My brother's been doing a ton of ice fishing this year. Well, I shouldn't say a ton, because he hasn't really been able to go to the last couple weeks. There's finally enough ice, but something I've just never really gotten into.
I talked to my dad last week, and I was like, did you been out ice fishing? Because he took like a sleeper off a semi and converted it into a nice fish house. And
perfect. I was going to do that once.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I got some photos of you. I'll send them to you. And I think they were just in somebody else's house, though, but he's like, yeah, we went fishing. And just the way he was talking, it was like it was a bad thing, And he's like, they only went for, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours. He figured they got, 40, 50 fish.
Good God.
I know. I'm like, what? He's like, I couldn't even get my lure down to the bottom. I think he was trying to go all the way to the bottom and bring it up a little bit. He said they were biting the thing before it even got to the bottom.
Wow.
I'm like, well, that's not a bad thing, I guess. I go, it's better than them not biting. So, but yeah, we went out on Sunday, me and the neighbor. I was making breakfast and I seen him getting stuff ready, and I was like, are you going fishing? He goes, yeah. And he's like, you want to go? And I'm like, I was going to call you to see if you wanted to go. So,
well, perfect.
Yeah, I only got out for a couple hours. And
so how do you guys go about it? You take out the portable and...
Yeah, I got just a 2-man clam, like a briefcase kind of pop-up little deal. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's no... I don't know. I think it'd be nice to have like a nice shack, where you can go, and even if the fish aren't biting, you can go relax and hang out. But I mean, spent like $100. I bought it off of Craigslist, and for $100 it works pretty good, and got a little propane heater, which on low gets it too hot in there, so you're not freezing, but. So it's all right. But yeah, I'm not a big tip-up fan. I like to jig. But where we were at was like 30 feet of water, so it's like, I can't see my lure. So I'm like, So I had one of the lines was far enough down where I could still see the lure, and then the other one I dropped all the way to the bottom and then reeled it up a couple, and it's like I could just see the pole just dipping. And I'm like, you little bastards, right? And I'm a little tardy at setting the hook. But these little tiny perch, man, maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches is all they were.
Yeah.
But, so I caught one. The second one, it popped off right when I was about to grab him. But I don't keep them anyway, so I thought it was fun just fishing for fun, and gets you outside away from the computer, and so
there you go.
It was a good time. But all right, man, you got anything else?
Not really, bro.
That's about it. I thought we...
Do you see the pictures of this? I want to say it's Josiah Anderson. Is that the right name?
Is that the guy with his knee pointing the wrong direction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
No. That'd be a Was it just his? Did he just dislocate his knee, or was it like a leg?
No, he broke his femur.
Ah, that'll.
Broken femur, broken wrist, broken collarbone.
Hmm.
Must have been a hell of a wreck.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I did see that floating around. I don't know if that was Twitter or Facebook or something. But no good. I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know if a femur feels different than your leg, lower leg, as far as breaking.
I don't know.
But
Pretty much every bone I ever broke pretty much felt the same. Started out not hurting at all, and then going to like worst pain ever.
Huh? I wasn't when I did my tib fib. I had more troubles with my knee. They probably hit my knee with a hammer when they put that fucking rod in. I don't know. I had more troubles with my knee than my leg when it broke.
Yeah.
But it was definitely the weirdest feeling when you go to lift your leg up and you see your alpines just go like, oh, that's not good.
That's a problem.
I am
like
not.
when you go to stand up and your left leg is 6 inches shorter than your right leg. That's how it was for me. Oh, wait a minute. Somehow my boot is up to my knee.
Whoa. That's not good.
No. When we realized we had a problem.
Oh, shoot. All right, bud. How the Wild doing?
They have 26 shots on goal to Arizona's 10, and the score is 0-0.
Well, they're not losing.
Typical Wild.
They are not losing.
Typical Wild.
All right, dude. I'm going to pull the plug on this baby.
Shut her down, man.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. Get this off the screen. We'll be back next week.
Thank you.
And, some Oakland. Now, all of this week, right, we're going to hear how shady Oakland is. And
what?
Isn't Oakland where people don't like going?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it in a shitty neighborhood? So, yeah, well, they'll figure it out. Or they'll stop going there. One of the two. Who knows? I'm rambling.
Who knows? He's a rambler.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. Later.
Peace.